Hello students, welcome back to Arman Education Tutorials. How are you all? I hope you're all fine and doing well by the God grace. Students, in this video we are going to discuss a short story, Eyes Are Not Here, written by Ruskin Bond. Students, in this video I have explained in English as well as in Hindi simultaneously on subscribers' demand. So watch the video till the end for Hindi explanation also. If you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any updates and notification of upcoming details. Students, before getting into the topic, let's learn about the author Ruskin Bond. Students, always remember that begin your answer with the introduction of the author and then continue with the main answer so that you can score good marks in examination. Students, Ruskin Bond, born in 1934, and he is a noted Indian writer in English. He completed his first novel, The Room on the Roof, when he was 17 and was awarded the John Llewellyn Rhys Memorial Prize for it. Since then, he has published more than 100 books that include novellas, short story collections, poetry, essays, and anthologies of selected writing. Students, he spent most of his childhood in Shimla and Dehradun. These places provide the background for many of his short stories. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 and the Padma Shri in 1999 and later the Padma Bhushan for his contribution to children's literature. Students, Ruskin Bond's story, The Eyes Are Not Here, also known as The Girl on the Train and The Eyes Have It, is a deeply touching story about two co passengers in a train who are both blind and do not realize that the other is also blind. Students, do you know what? The irony lies in the fact that the narrator of the story learns that his co passenger is blind only after she got off the train. After the outline of the story, let's get into the story. Students, The Eyes Are Not Here story is narrating by the narrator. I had the compartment to myself up to Rohana. Students, here I refers to the narrator. The narrator is a young blind man and is traveling alone in the compartment. Till Rohana, then a young girl, boards the train, and her parents, who come to the station to send her off, give her certain instructions about her traveling on a train. As the train chugs out of the station, the narrator sitting opposite her by the window side strikes conversation with her. Students, as the narrator was blind, he could not see her. He could only guess, assume. It's all about assumption about her appearance of the girl. From the sound of her slippers against her heels, he understood that she wore slippers. Hearing the girl's voice, he started to like the sound of her voice. The narrator started a conversation with the girl by asking her destination. The girl felt surprised as she had not noticed anyone's presence in the compartment. When the girl said so, the narrator thought that the people with good eyesight were often careless about what was in the front of them. However, the narrator replied that he also had not seen her, only heard the sound when she entered. The narrator tried to conceal his blindness from the girl. The girl told that she would got off at Saharanpur and her aunt would come there to receive her. When the girl asked about the narrator's destination, he informed that he was going to Dehra and then Masuri. At this, the girl expressed her deep fascination about Masuri, especially in October. The narrator called up his memory and said that in October the hills are covered with wild dahlias, and also said about the delicious sun drinking brandy by long fire at night. But the narrator feels a little embarrassed as he thought that This extravagance of his may show his romantic stupidity. It means here, students, when she responds with silence to his emotional description of Masuri, the narrator is afraid that she would think of him as a romantic fool. He learns from her that she is considered to be pretty. So he wanted to change the subject and wanted to know about the landscape outside. The girl wanted him to look outside the window himself. This time he pretended to see the outside landscape. He began to describe the scene outside, relying on his memory and imagination. Students, here with this sentence, we can understand that narrator was not blind from his childhood. It is clear that due to some disease he has lost his eyesight. He was quite confident in his description. After remaining silent for a while, the narrator dared to compliment the girl's interesting face and tried to attract her. The girl heartily accepted the compliment with a clear ringing laugh. The girl praised the narrator's bravery. The narrator failed to laugh for her. The train neared the girl's destination. The narrator began to guess about the girl's hairstyle. He wondered if she wore her hair in a bun, or if it was plaited, or if it hung loose over her shoulders, or if it was cut very short. But in the midst of all this, the girl's short journey ended and she said goodbye to the narrator. The fragrance of the girl's hair tempted the narrator so much that the narrator tried to touch the girl's hair but could not. From Saharanpur to Dehra, after her departure, a male passenger came in. He pinched the narrator and remarked that he was not as attractive as a companion as the girl. The narrator admitted that the girl's face was interesting. Then the narrator asked about the girl's hair. The man said that he had not noticed it, but what he has noticed was her eyes. The man said she had beautiful eyes, but they were no use. She was completely blind. Students, coming to the conclusion of this story, we can realize that the narrator is a highly imaginative person. Even though he is blind, despite being physically challenged, the narrator has the ability to live a full and varied life, something that is noticeable by the fact he is traveling on his own. स्वागत है आप सबका अरमान एजुकेशनल ट्यूटोरियल्स में। तो स्टूडेंट्स, द आइज आर नॉट हियर रस्किन बॉन्ड की छोटी सी स्टोरी है जो कि पहली बार कंटेम्प्रेरी इंडियन इंग्लिश शॉर्ट स्टोरीज में छपी थी। कहानी का नरेटर एक नेत्रहीन है। वे रेलगाड़ी द्वारा देहरादून जा रहा था। अक्टूबर का महीना था। नरेटर रेलगाड़ी से देहरादून सफ़र कर रहा था और रोहाना तक नरेटर रेल के डिब्बे में अकेला था। फिर एक लड़की रेल के डिब्बे में चढ़ी। उसके माता पिता उसे स्टेशन छोड़ने आए हुए थे। वे लड़की के सुरक्षित को लेकर बहुत चिंतित थे। लड़की के माता पिता उसे इंस्ट्रक्शंस देने लगे, ये सामान की अच्छी तरह देखभाल करें, सर बाहर ना निकाले और अजनबियों से बात ना करें। जब गाड़ी स्टेशन से चल पड़ी तो नरेटर ने बातचीत करना शुरू कर दिया और उस लड़की से पूछा, क्या वे देहरा जा रही है? लड़की आवाज़ सुनकर कांपी क्योंकि वो सोच रही थी कि वो डिब्बे में अकेली है। लड़की ने बताया कि वो सहारनपुर जा रही है और उसे वहाँ उसकी आंटी लेने आएगी। लड़की को नरेटर से ईर्ष्या हो रही थी कि वो मसूरी की पहाड़ी की ओर जा रहा था, जो कि अक्टूबर के महीने में बहुत सुंदर लगता है। नरेटर नेत्रहीन था। नरेटर बातचीत के दौरान उसकी सुंदर आवाज़ से कल्पना की कि लड़की बहुत सुंदर है और हौसले से कहा कि आपका चेहरा बहुत दिलचस्प है। इस बात पर लड़की बहुत खुश हुई और मुस्कुरा कर कहने लगी, अक्सर उसे ऐसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिलते रहते हैं। जल्दी ही लड़की का अलविदा कहने का समय आ चुका था क्योंकि सहारनपुर स्टेशन पर गाड़ी पहुंच गई थी। लड़की के जाने के बाद एक व्यक्ति डिब्बे में दाखिल हुआ। वे नरेटर से माफ़ी मांगते हुए कहने लगा कि वह पहले पैसेंजर जैसा दिलचस्प नहीं है। तब नरेटर ने उस व्यक्ति से पूछा कि क्या उस लड़की के बाल लंबे या कटे हुए थे। तब उस व्यक्ति ने उत्तर दिया कि वे बालों पर ध्यान नहीं दिया, लेकिन केवल उसके आँखों पर। उसने केवल लड़की के आंखें ही देखी जो कि बहुत सुंदर थी, पर किसी काम की नहीं थी, क्योंकि वह पूर्ण रूप से अंधी थी। ओवरऑल थीम ये है, जिन लोगों के पास दृष्टि है वे लोग सामने पड़ी हुई चीज़ देख नहीं पाते, और जो देख नहीं सकते वे केवल आवश्यक बातें ही देख और सुनते हैं। नरेटर और लड़की दोनों ही एक दूसरे से नेत्रहीन होने की बात छिपा रहे थे। So that's it for this video. I hope you found a discussion helpful. If you found the discussion helpful, do like it and share it with your friends. I will be back with a new video very soon. Till then, stay tuned with Arman Educational Tutorials and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Until then, keep learning. God bless you.